Hi guys, welcome back to Roslil channel. Today we are going to do the revision for the chapter 3, that is linear equations. Before going straight into the problems, let us see some basic formulas and try to understand. First, standard form of linear equation. In one variable, that is x. The equation is ax plus b is equal to 0, where a should not be equal to 0. In two variables, ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Here a square plus b square should not be equal to 0. General form of linear equation. In two variables x and y, is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, and the conditions for these equations are a1, b1, c1, a2, b2 and c2 are real numbers, and a1 square plus b1 square should not be equal to 0, and a2 square plus b2 square should not be equal to 0. And we will see the conditions for the lines. If they are given two equations, a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, the lines represented by these equations intersect if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, and we say that this pair of equations has unique solution. And they coincide, both these lines coincide if a1 by a2 is equal to b1 by b2, that is equal to c1 by c2, and pair of equations has infinitely many solutions. These lines are parallel if a1 by a2 is not equal to b1 by b2, which is not equal to c1 by c2, and this lines has no solutions. One more equation of line we'll see. Fifth one. For pair of linear equations, a1x plus b1y plus c1 equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 equal to 0, the equation to find solution by cross multiplication method. X by b1 c2 minus b2 c1 is equal to y by c1 a2 minus c2 a1, which in turn equal to 1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1. This can also be written as x is equal to b1 c2 minus b2 c1 by a1 b2 minus a2 b1, or y is equal to C1A2 minus C2A1 by A1B2 minus A2B1. Now we will move into the problem part. Let us move into the problem section. In this, some questions I will give you as rough work, and some questions I will solve. If you get doubt in any of these questions, put that in comment section. I will answer for you. Now we will look into the MCQs. If the pair of linear equations a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0 has infinitely many solutions, which condition is correct? Already we have seen in the problem formula part which condition needs to be proper if it has infinitely many solutions. I will write the answer, that is a1 by a2 should be equal to b1 by b2, which in turn should be equal to c1 by c2. This is the answer. Move to the second part. If the lines representing the equations a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0 and a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0 intersect at one point, which condition is correct? The condition is a1 by a2 should not be equal to b1 by b2. This is the answer. Third question. The straight lines representing equations x minus 2y equal to 0 and 3x plus 4y minus 20 equal to 0 are. What are those lines? We have to tell whether they are parallel or intersect, or they coincide or does not intersect. The answer is they intersect. Fourth question. Straight lines, same question. The equation is changed. 2x plus 3y minus 9 equal to 0 and 4x plus 6y minus 18 is equal to 0. Both these lines has how many solutions? You have to tell. The answer is infinitely many solutions. Fifth question. You have to tell the solutions of the equations the equations are x plus 3y equal to 6 and 2x minus 3y equal to 12 are. You have to find the solutions. The solution is x is equal to 6 and y is equal to 0. Sixth question. If the equation 2x plus y equal to 3 and y equal to mx plus 3 represent straight line, value of m is. The answer is minus 2. Seventh question. If x equal to minus y and y is greater than 0, which of the following statement is not correct? I'll give the option. X square y is greater than 0, that is first option. X plus y equal to 0, second option. Xy is less than 0, third option. 1 by x minus 1 by y is equal to 0. So the correct option is 1 by x minus 1 by y is equal to 0. That is not correct. We'll move into the 8th question. If equations x plus 5y is equal to 7 and 4x plus 20y is equal to minus k represent coinciding straight lines, we have to find the value of k. Value of k is minus 28. 9th question. Equations x plus 2y minus 4 is equal to 0 and 2x plus 4y minus 12 is equal to 0 represent parallel lines. So you have to tell the equations has how many solutions. So the answer is the equation has no solution. 10th question. Intersecting point of graphs. Equations they are given. Y is equal to 2x minus 2 and y is equal to 4x minus 4 is the intersecting point of these two equations you have to find. The answer is 1, 0. Eleventh question. You have to write the coordinates of the origin. That is 0, 0. General form of linear equation in one variable. Already I have written in the formula section, that is ax plus b is equal to 0, where a, b should be real numbers and a should not be equal to 0. 13th question. General form of linear equations in two variables. The answer is a1x plus b1y plus c1 is equal to 0, and one more, a2x plus b2y plus c2 is equal to 0, where a1, b1, c1, a2, b2, c2 should be real numbers, and the condition a1 square plus b1 square should not be equal to 0 and a2 square plus b2 square should not be equal to 0. We'll move into the two more questions. You have to solve x plus y is equal to 14 and x minus y is equal to 4. Consider this equation as first and add 1 and 2. You will get 2x is equal to 18, x is equal to 9. Substitute x is equal to 9 in first equation. You will get y is equal to 14 minus 9, that is y is equal to 14 minus 9, which is nothing but 5. So the solution is x is equal to 9 and y is equal to 5. 15th question. This is divided in three parts. 2x plus 3y is equal to 11. 2x minus 4y is equal to minus 24. Second one, x minus y is equal to 26 x minus 3y is equal to 0. Third one, x plus y is equal to 180 and x minus y is equal to 18. You have to add or subtract or do any alterations and remove the one pair of one linear equation. Then you'll get the value of x or y. Then substitute in any equation, you'll get the answer. We will focus on the 16th question. Difference is given between two real numbers. Is 26 and one number is 3 times the other. We have to find the numbers. We'll write the equation first. Difference is given, that is 26. Consider this as first equation, and one number is 3 times another number. We consider x is equal to 3 times of y. Now substitute this second equation in first equation. You will get 2y is equal to 26, that is nothing but y is equal to 13. Substitute y in any of the equation, then you will get x is equal to 3 times of y, that is 13 3s are 39. So answer of x is equal to 39 and y is equal to 13. 17th question. The larger of two supplementary angles exceeds the smaller by 18 degrees. You have to find those angles. 18th question. Coach of cricket team buys 7 bats and 6 balls for 3,800 rupees. Later he buys 3 bats and 5 balls for 1,750 rupees. You have to find the cost of each ball and bat. We'll move into the 19th question. 19th question. A fraction becomes 9 by 11 if 2 is added to both the numerator and denominator. If 3 is added to both numerator and denominator, it becomes 5 by 6. To find what is that fraction. Twentieth question. Five years hence, the age of Jacob will be 3 times that of his son. 5 years age ago, Jacob's age was 7 times that of his son. You have to find the present age. take son's age as x and father's age as y, then you can solve. 21st question. 5 years ago, Nuri was thrice as old as Sonu. 10 years later, Nuri will be twice as old as Sonu. We have to find the age of Nuri and Sonu. Consider one as x, one more as y, then you can solve. Find value of k where system of equations has infinitely many solutions. Two x minus 3y is equal to 7. K plus 1 into x plus 1 minus 2k into y is equal to 5k minus 4. Now when you compare these two equations, we know from first equation a1 is equal to 2, b1 is equal to minus 3, c1 is equal to minus 7. You have to bring 7 to this side. a2 is equal to k plus 1, b2 is equal to 1 minus 2k, c2 is equal to 4 minus 5k. Since it is given that equations has infinitely many solutions, we know the equation a1 by b1 should be equal to b1 by b2, which in turn should be equal to c1 by c2. Substitute those, that is 2 by k plus 1 should be equal to minus 3 by 1 minus 2k, which in turn should be equal to minus 7 by 4 minus 5k. When you solve this, you will get a linear equation, that is 2 plus 3 is equal to 4k minus 3k. You will get the value of k, that is equal to 5. We will move into the 23rd question. 23rd question. Find value of k system of equations has infinitely many solutions. Same procedure as the previous question. Kx plus 3y minus k minus 3 is equal to 0. 12x plus ky minus k is equal to 0. Same kind of question like the previous one. Now we will move into the 4-mark questions. These are 4-mark questions. 24th, you have to solve graphically. X minus 2y is equal to 0. 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. Teach the steps. So you have to take one equation, x minus 2y is equal to 0. You have to make a box, x and y. Y is nothing but by this equation, that is x by 2. When x is equal to 0, y becomes 0, that is 0 by 2. When x becomes 1, y becomes 1 by 2. When x becomes 2, x becomes 4, the y becomes 2. This 1 by 2, instead of that you cannot draw it correctly on the graph. Instead of that, take the values as 2. So this becomes 1. When you take this as 2, it becomes 2 by 2, that is 1. You can take scale as x-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit, and y-axis 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. Remember to write the scale, that is very important, and it carries mark. we'll go into the second equation. 3x plus 4y is equal to 20. We'll draw a box, x and y. We'll take x is equal to 0. Y becomes, while comparing this equation, y is nothing but 20 minus 3x by 4. When x is 0, y becomes 5. 20 by 4. When x is 4, consider any number which when you subtract and divide by 4, you will get a whole number. That will be easy for you to draw the graph. So when you consider x as 4, you will get y as 2. One more number you consider x as minus 4. You will get 20 plus 12, that is 32 divided by 4. Take it as 8. Now draw a graph with origin. This is positive x-axis, this is negative x-axis, this is positive y-axis and negative y-axis. Write the scale here on the top, then see both the equations, plot for corresponding values of x and y. You will get a graph that is in the shape of this. When you draw it properly, you will get the matching or the intersecting point. Consider that as a point in like A, B or Q, that is nothing but 4, 2. The answer is x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 2. Write it separately, that x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 2 is the solution. That itself you have to do. Now we will go into the 25th question. Same like 24th question. 25th question, same like previous one, you have to solve. I will give many questions. 2x minus y is equal to 2. 4x minus y is equal to 4. Second one, x plus 3y is equal to 6. 2x minus 3y is equal to 12. Third one, x plus y is equal to 5. 2x minus y is equal to 4. Fourth one, 2x plus y minus 6 is equal to 0. 2x minus y minus 2 is equal to 0. Fifth one, x is equal to y minus 6. Y is equal to 2 minus x. Sixth one, x plus 2y is equal to 0. 2x plus y plus 6 is equal to 0. Seventh one, 2x plus y is equal to minus 7. X minus y is equal to 1. Eighth one, x minus 2y is equal to 2. X minus y is equal to minus 2. 2x minus y. Ninth one, x minus 2y is equal to 0. X plus 2y is equal to minus 8. 10th one, 3x plus 2y is equal to 0. 2x minus y is equal to 7. 2x plus 3y is equal to minus 2. 3x minus y is equal to 6. X minus y is equal to 4. 2x plus y is equal to 5. If you draw the graph, if you get any doubt, ask that in comment section. I will solve that for you. Now I will move into the 5-mark questions. In this chapter you will expect almost the graphs for 4 and 5 marks. Draw the graph. Equations are given. X minus y plus 1 is equal to 0 and 3x plus 2y minus 12 is equal to 0. Determine the coordinates of vertices of the right angle formed by these lines and x-axis and shade the triangular region. First we'll solve the equations. X minus y plus 1 is equal to 0. X, y is nothing but x plus 1. When x is 0, y is 1, x is 2, y is 3, x is 3, y is 4. Second equation, 3x plus 2y minus 12 is equal to 0. X, y, when x is 0, y is 6, 12 minus 3x by 2. You will get this. When x is 2, y is 3, x is 4, y is 0. Now you have to draw a graph. And plot the points and write the scale. Same scale, x-axis 1 cm is equal to 1 unit, y-axis 1 cm is equal to 1 unit. When you draw these two equations, you will get a graph that is in this way. You will get a triangle here that is formed by x-axis. This is the triangle they are asked in the question. You have to shade this triangle and write the points of this triangle. The triangle points are 2, 3. You will get intersecting line here. This point is 4, 0 and this point is minus 1, 0. This is the end of this chapter. So if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe, and all the best for your exams. Thank you.